Hello students, I am Mala, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Bonsakas College for Women, Tanjavur. Today, I am going to take Advanced Financial Management for First MCOM students. In this topic, we are going to discuss about Working Capital Management. What is meant by capital? Capital means the money or wealth needed to produce goods and services. In every business concern, capital is very important one. It is the lifeblood of a business. Capital can be classified into two. They are fixed capital and working capital. What is meant by fixed capital? Capital required for purchase of fixed assets, that is land and building, plant and machinery, office equipments and furniture is called fixed capital. So, here comes our main topic, working capital. Let us see the meaning of working capital. Working capital means the excess of current assets over current liabilities is called on working capital. Capital required for purchase of raw materials and for meeting the day-to-day expenditure on salaries, wages, rent, advertisement, etc. is called working capital. In simple words, working capital refers to that part of the firm's capital which is required for financing short-term operations or current assets such as stock, debtors, cash, etc. Concept of working capital. There are two concepts of working capital. They are gross working capital, net working capital. What is meant by gross working capital? Gross working capital means amount of funds invested in current assets. Under the gross concept, working capital is equal to total current assets. That is, total assets minus fixed assets is called on gross working capital. Next, net working capital. Net working capital means the excess of current assets over current liabilities is called on net working capital. Current assets means those assets which are converted into cash within a year is called on current assets. For example, stock, debtors, bills receivable, cash in hand, cash at bank, short-term investment, prepaid expenses are some examples of current assets. Current liabilities means those liabilities which are payable into within a year is called on current liabilities. For example, bills payable, creditors, outstanding expenses, etc. For example, current assets is rupees 3,50,000. Current liabilities is 2 lakhs. The net working capital is 1,50,000. So, net working capital is the current assets minus current liabilities. Next, objects of working capital. The time gap between purchase of raw materials and production and sales and realization of cash. This time gap technically known as operating cycle of the business. The following stages are usually found in the operating cycle of a manufacturing firm. Conversion of cash into raw materials. Let us take one example. In a sugar manufacturing industry, you all know that sugarcane is the raw material. So we purchase raw material, which is sugarcane, from farmers by giving them the cash. From this example, we can understand that the cash is converting into raw materials. Now we got the raw materials. We have to convert them into finished goods. For that, we have to do some process. At the final stage, it will be turned into finished goods, which are ready to sales purpose. Eventually, the debtors will purchase them. Again, we will receive the cash and so on. See the flow chart of operating cycle on the screen. Cash into raw materials into work in progress into finished goods into sales, through debtors, debtors into cash, and so on. Then, the purpose of working capital: to purchase raw materials, spares and component parts, etc. And then, to pay the wages and salaries. Working capital incur day-to-day expenses. To meet selling costs such as packing, advertising, etc. To provide credit facilities to customers. And to maintain inventories of raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods. Next, the importance of working capital or advantages of working capital. The first advantage is continuous production. Adequate working capital ensures regular supply of raw materials and continuous production. Next, solvency and goodwill. Adequate working capital enables prompt payment to creditors. This helps in creating and maintaining goodwill. And then easy loans. A concern having sufficient working capital enjoys high liquidity and good credit standing. Hence, it can secure loans from banks and others on easy and favorable terms. Next, cash discounts. Adequate working capital enables a concern to avail cash discounts on the purchases, leading to reduction in cash. Next, regular payment of expenses. A company which has ample working capital can make regular payments of salaries, wages, and other day-to-day commitments. Such prompt payment raises the morale of employees and increases their efficiency. As a result, costs are minimized and profit increases. The main motive of every business concern is to maximizing the profit and minimizing the loss. So, necessary working capital is important. And last one is high return on investment. Adequacy of working capital facilitates continuous production and effective utilization of fixed assets. Because of this, the concern is able to generate more profits and ensures high return on investments. These are the advantages or importance of working capital. Next, the main disadvantage of working capital is, suppose when business enterprise has inadequate working capital, then the firm will face some difficulties, leads to loses its reputation and face tight credit terms. These are the purposes, importance, and disadvantages of working capital. Finally, we will do one sum. Working capital management. The sum is, from the following estimates, calculate the average amount of working capital required. Average amount locked up in stock. Stock of finished goods and work in progress 10,000. Stock of stores materials 8,000. Average credit given. Local sales 2 weeks credit 1,04,000. Outside the state 6 weeks credit 3,12,000. Time available for payments. For purchases 4 weeks 78,000. For wages 2 weeks 2,60,000. Add 10% to allow for contingency. The solution of the problem is, what is meant by working capital? The excess of current assets over current liabilities is called on working capital. So first of all we called total current assets and then total current liabilities. So this problem, current assets includes stock of finished goods, stock of stores, materials and debtors. Current liabilities includes outstanding purchases and outstanding wages. And the last one is add 10% for contingencies. Current assets. Stock of finished goods and work in progress 10,000. Stock of stores and materials 8,000. Debtors. Debtors includes two sales. That means local sales and outside the state. So given 2 weeks credit. That means in a year 52 weeks are there. So we calculate 1,04,000 for 52 weeks. Only 2 weeks are credit. So 1,04,000 into 2 divided by 52 is 4,000. And then same method we calculate the outside the sales. That means 6 weeks credit. 3,12,000 into 6 divided by 52 is 36,000. So total current assets is stock and debtors is 58,000. Next we calculate current liabilities, that is creditors. Creditors we calculate 4 weeks. So in this problem for purchases the amount is 78,000. So 78,000 into 4 by 52, the amount is 6,000. And then outstanding wages 2 weeks, rupees 2,60,000. 2,60,000 into 2 divided by 52, that is 10,000. So 6,000 plus 10,000 equal to 16,000. In this stage, current assets total is 58,000 and current liabilities total is 16,000. So the working capital is 42,000. In this stage, now we add 10% for contingencies. So 42,000, 10% is 4,200. 42,000 plus 4,200 is the 46,200. So average working capital required. So average working capital required is 46,200. This type of problem will be important for university exam. So prepare yourself well. Thank you.